Welcome to our beginner cardio core workout. Now this is for all of you who are just venturing into fitness. It's the start of a new year. You've set some goals up for yourself and you want to give yourself some time for health. So I am going to start us off with a real simple warm-up. I'm walking you through it here, A to Z. We're gonna do a little warm-up together, and then we are going to get into the workout together. You don't need a single thing here other than a little bit of space. I've got a mat as well for when I'm down on the floor doing some core work, but if you don't have that, lay a towel down, you'll be fine. Let's get started here with our dynamic warm-up. We're just gonna step side to side here. What dynamic warm-up means is simply we're warming up all those parts of our body through movement, okay? So by moving, we are going to warm up. So let's just get started here with some side to side steps. And once we've got that going, let's get some arm movement in there, scissoring those back and forth. Good. Real hard for me to do, not gonna lie. It's taking a lot of brain power right now. Good. All right, let's start with a little bit of a squat here. I want you to have your feet about hip width apart. Your hips go back and you want to try to keep your chest upright here and bend your legs as much as possible. Some of us may only get down to here. That's fine. We're going down. I'm sort of reaching with my arms and then coming up and reaching with my arms. Down and up. Okay, think about your hips going back and keeping it so that I can read the front of your shirt. Good. Let's do a couple more of these. Nice. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of back and forth here with a boxer shuffle. Good. Just a little warm up. Heart rates are getting a little elevated here, and we're warming up that body. Good. Let's go back and forth again with our step. Nice. Now we're going to do a half jack. I'm going to step out to the side and raise that hand over my head at the same time. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Let's just warm it up here. Let's do about 5 or 6 here. And then we'll switch sides. Good, switch sides. With any cardio that we do, you control your heart rate. How fast is your heart beating? By the tempo with which you do that exercise break. So, doing something very fast is going to elevate that heart rate a lot more than going at a slower tempo. That's your control button right there. Slow it down a bit if you're feeling too winded, if you're having trouble catching your breath. Just slow it down a little bit, okay? The other thing that you can do to control the workout from home is simply to hit pause. Not off, just pause. Hit pause, give yourself a little more time to recover, and then hit start again. Get it going, okay? So, we've warmed up here a little bit. Let's get into our cardio core workout. The way I've set up our cardio core workout today for beginners is there are 5 sets. In every set, there are 2 exercises. a cardio exercise and a core exercise. I'm going to call it the A exercise and the B exercise. And we're going to go through that set twice. A, B, A, B. Okay? And I've got a timer set. You see my daughter's iPad propped up back there. I wanted to try to give you somewhat of a visual. I don't know if you can see it. And if I were more high tech, I'd have something better for you. That's all I got. That's what we're going with. So we're going to do 20 seconds of work, and then we get a 10-second break. Then we're going to do 20 seconds of work, and then we get a 10-second break, and so on. Okay? Again, remember your control buttons here. How fast or your tempo of each exercise, and the pause button if you need more time to recover. All right? I'm going to show you our first two exercises here. The core is going to be a very simple crunch. I'm going to get down on the mat. My feet are on the ground. I'm pressing my lower back into the floor. I have my hands behind my head just for support. I'm not pulling on my neck in any way here. All I'm asking you to do here is to try to lift your shoulders off the ground. Come up a little bit. You see how I've got some air under my shoulders? I'm not asking you to come up all the way. I just want you to try to get some space underneath those shoulders between you and the floor. Just try to get a little bit of space there. Nice and easy. No jerking movements. It's just nice, fluid. What can you do? Getting those shoulders up off the ground. Then we're going to get up off the mat, which in and of itself, we're working on our cardio, and we're just doing a low kick. My core is tight, and I'm just kicking those feet in front of me. We're going to go back and forth between those. Remember, A, B, A, B. All right? All right, get your game face on. We're going to get through this first set here together, starting with our crunches on the floor. I'm going to get our timer going. All right, I'm getting down on the floor for my crunches. Here we go. Up and down. Just try to get those shoulders off the ground. Don't pull on that neck. Just nice, soft, fluid movements here. Trying to get those shoulders up off the ground. Break. I'm going to roll up. And we're going to go to our low kicks here. Red is the break, green is the go. Here we go. Low kicks, my core is engaged. If you want to take it up a notch, you can add some arms with this, just reaching straight overhead. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of hold them here by my side, keeping that core nice and tight. Break. All right, let's get back down for our crunches. Feet on the floor, lower back pressed into the floor. Raise those shoulders up and down, up and down. Do what you can here. There's no right or wrong other than don't pull on your neck. That's wrong. But just try to lift those shoulders off the ground. Break, roll back up, and we've got low kicks again. You decide if you want to add arms. Here we go. Good. If at any point the cardio is too much for you, you can always go to the side-to-side steps that we did during our dynamic warm-up. Break! Nice job. Set one is done. The two exercises we have in set two are heel touches and march and reach. Let me show you what those look like. I'm back down on the floor for my heel touches, and my legs are once again bent. I'm pressing my lower back into the ground. This time, instead of having my hands behind my head, I have them extended straight out. My head is off the ground here. I'm going to reach around with a straight arm and try to touch my heel here on this side. And then I'm going to reach around and try to touch my heel on this side. My lower back is in the ground here as I'm rotating side to side. Okay? Then we're going to once again roll up, and we're going to do march and reach. We all start like a pencil here with our arms overhead. I march that knee up, pull those arms down and back. March and reach here. All right, I'm going to get our timer started for set 2. Heel touch. Bend those legs, straight arms, reach around and try to tap that heel. If you can't get to that heel, get as close as you can. Really try, we're working those obliques here, those muscles along the side of our torso. Really try to reach around and touch. Break. We're going to get up for our march and reach. I'm going to come back here in the corner where I have more headroom. Start like a pencil. Now remember, tempo here is your control button. You can do these really fast, or you can slow down that tempo. Depends on how you're feeling. How is your heart rate? We want to elevate that heart rate. That's the whole point. But I don't want you to feel uncomfortable here. Back down for our heel touch. Press that lower back in the ground. Legs are bent. Reach around and try to touch that heel. Working side abdominal area. Great. Just getting up and down is an exercise. Great. One more time with the march and reach. Start like a pencil. Here we go. On top of tempo, remember, if you're needing more of a break in between each exercise, then you can just hit pause, give yourself a moment, and then start again. Set 2 is done. Here are the exercises for set 3. We have a toe touch. Again, I'm down on the floor. I want you to start here with bent legs, pressing your lower back into the floor. Now I want you to extend those legs as straight as you can get them, okay? I'm also going to reach up with straight arms, and I'm going to try to get up as close as I can to those toes and down. Again, I'm just barely lifting those shoulders up off the ground and trying to reach, okay? If that's too much, bend those legs and do the same thing. Reach up towards the ceiling, trying to get those shoulders up off the ground. Then we're going to get up, just like we did in the dynamic warm-up with those mountaintop squats. Hip width apart, my hips are going to go back. I want your chest to stay upright. In other words, I don't want you bending down to touch the ground like that. Way too much on your lower back. I want you to be using your legs here. Bend down. Try to get as close to the ground as you can. Some of us may only get to here. Reach up, down, up. Tempo on this. All right? Let me get the timer started. Ankle touch. Lift those legs as straight as you can. Straight arms. Reach up and down. Up and down. Trying to get those shoulders off the ground as much as possible. If this is too much, bend those legs. Break. Let's get up for our mountaintop squats. Get down as much as you can, bending those legs. Down and up. Now here's a fast pace, and here's a slower pace. You see what you need here, How is your heart rate feeling? Hips back. Push through those heels when you come up and reach those hands overhead. Back down for our ankle touch. Straight legs. Those of you that know me, straight legs is a challenge in and of itself. Reach. Reach. Again, bend those legs and reach to the ceiling for your modification there. Good. Lift those shoulders. And back up for our mountaintop squats. Tempo. Your control. Here we go. Reach. Push through those heels. I want to see the front of your shirt. Hips back. Slow it down if you need to. Get down as low as you can. Some of you may be in here. Good. Another set down. Set 4. The exercises look like this. We're going to be down on our mat, starting right here in this position again. Legs bent at a 90. I'm pressing my lower back into the mat. I'm going to keep my arms lifted straight overhead. Now, this is personal preference. You can either put your head down here or keep it up. What feels better for you? What we're going to be doing here is with our legs bent at a 90, tapping those heels to the floor and back up. Tap and back up. If doing both of those legs at once is too much on your lower back, lower one leg at a time for these tabletop abs. Okay, and then our cardio with this is a step out jack. We did these in our warm up. Same arm, same leg, come out and back, out and back. As with everything, you've got a fast and you've got a slower. You know what you need to do there. We're going to do one side for 20 seconds and then the next round we'll hit the other side. Let me get the timer going and we're going to get going with set 4. You're doing great. Tabletop abs here. Bent legs at a 90, straight arms. Lower those heels, tap the floor, and back up. Head can be up or down, you choose. Lower and back up, or one leg at a time. See how you're feeling. Lower and up. Break. Let's come up for our half jack. Let's start on our right side. Core is tight. Slight bend in the legs, and I'm stepping out and simultaneously raising that arm over my head. Okay, tempo will control your heart rate. There's a fast speed and there's a much slower cadence to this. Break, back down for our tabletop. With the 20-10 timer, here we go. 10 seconds isn't a lot of time to get from one to another. So just that in and of itself adds to our workout. One exercise to another in 10 seconds. Tap those heels and back. Break. Step out jack. This time we're going to do the left side. Here we go. Tight core. The higher you raise that hand overhead, also the higher the heart rate. So if you need to have a smaller movement with the arms, that's another way in which you can control this particular exercise. You did it! Let's go on to our final set, set 5. Last set. I'm very proud of you. You're hanging in, we're almost there. Here are the 2 exercises. Bird dog. We're going to be addressing our lower back, which is also part of our abdominal area, believe it or not. So we're going to address this area of our body by starting on all fours. I want you to think about your shoulders being over your wrists and your knees being right under your hips here. So we're in a nice square table position here, all right? We're going to take our opposite knee, opposite hand, sort of touch them here underneath my torso, and then reach out. If that is too much balance for you, if it's too hard, and I want you to pause out here when you're extended, then put your hand down, reach that knee in, tuck it, and then lift it. Tuck it, and then lift it, okay? Whether you're using opposite hand and foot and reaching, or whether you're just doing it with your leg, all right? Bird dog. And then we're going to finish with a jab and bounce. So we start here in the middle. I've got both arms here at my side. I have a slight bend in my knee, bounce, here's the bounce. I sort of turn here, pivot on that back foot, and punch to the side, come back to my bounce. I pivot and punch to the other side. Bounce, jab, bounce, jab. All right, those are our two exercises. I'll get the timer going and we'll start with our bird dogs. Here we go, on all fours. I'm gonna reach with my hand opposite and leg and extend with a pause. Remember, if finding that balance is too much, just do your leg here. Put your hand down. Break. Let's get up for our jab and bounce. Ready position here. Start in the middle, soft knees. Bounce, jab, bounce, jab. Pivot on that foot so that my shoulders face center, face side, face center, face side. Good. And again, you see the difference in tempo you can get there. All right, bird dogs. I'm going to do the other side now. It's a tricky part remembering. For me now, it's the left leg that's going to be moving. So I touch and extend, touch and extend with a pause. Notice my hand is neutral, like I'm going to shake someone's hand, and I want you to be looking down at the floor and keeping a nice neutral neck. Break, jab and bounce. This is it. 10 minutes of cardio. Bounce, jab, bounce, jab. And you've done it. Excellent work. Everything was low impact. And we got in break, 10 minutes of movement. Really proud of you. Great start here to your healthy new year. Beginner cardio core. Now let me share with you a few ways that you can use this set of exercises and make them your own. You can go through that first set, where we have the A and the B exercise. We went A, B, A, B. Once you're starting to feel better with this, you can go through that 3 times. A, B, A, B, A, B. Then move on to the next set. Another way that you can do this workout is to go through it A, B, move on to the next set, A, B, move on to the next set, etc. You do your 10 minutes, just like we did, and start that whole thing again. Do it again. Now you've got 20 minutes. Okay, so there's different ways that you can work this workout as you're getting more comfortable with the exercises and as your body is starting to feel like I can do a little bit more. All right, so excellent start. Really proud of you. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you next time.